Good evening all, no respawns here, hope you're doing well. So I thought, as it's Friday, and I wanted you to start your weekend on a high that will leave all other experiences reduced to ashes, I would make another wall, because you guys love it when I make settlement walls. Yay, settlement walls. So this is at Egret Marina, and I had an idea that I completely scrapped halfway through, and the idea I leave with is even better. So this is just the courtyard, what I'm going to do, because I haven't actually touched the pier area at all. So I'm going to do that in another video, I think. So this is just the kind of concrete-y area around here. But basically, initially, you see what I'm doing? I'm just fucking around. Ignore this. This was me trying to figure out how I could get that to sink into the ground, and I have a genius idea that I've actually had before and just forgot, which is just use this small little board here to then get it to snap into place, hence why I'm doing this. But basically, so there are a few in the Unlock Some Objects mod, there are a few junk wall pieces and also new fence pieces where are a little bit crisper and tidier than what we're used to. And I started fiddling, having a bit of a poke and a fiddle with them. And I thought to myself, ooh, let's make a nice, easy to make, kind of quick to put up, funky looking settlement wall, which is exactly what I make. Now the doorway I am going to work on a little bit more because it's very cool. So you've got this wee bit here. One second. There it is. No, it isn't. There it is. See this? Yeah. You've probably seen those. I think they're in the little, what do we call it? The places. The little raider camps you've actually got in downtown Boston. And they're quite cool. And I wanted to use them as a doorway. Now, I'm thinking I could probably put some kind of tower, rather some kind of bridge going up to the tower, but I think I was going to add that for the details later on. Also, quite a simple-looking staircase. I know, obviously, you do like it when I make my little ostentatious ramps, but I don't really have much space to work with, and I didn't really need to, because this worked quite well. So now, initially, though, before I was going to do, like, the crisp, because this is going to be kind of like a crisp junk wall, I was actually going to make it out of scrap cars and things like that, but while I was fucking around, and then promptly cut out that part of the footage, because it was literally me fucking around, the much better idea of just having a quite crisp, easy to kind of put up wall. I'm quite chuffed with it, actually. Firstly, that entrance looks amazing. So, right, we're going to do here lots of rugs. Now, you don't actually, I do it here because I'm a complete twat. Also, if you pay attention, you'll notice every time I go and select one of these rugs, I immediately scroll out of the Unlock Some Objects menu because I'm just forgetful, really. But you don't need to rug glitch these at all. Now, the reason why you usually need to rug glitch the kind of the vanilla junk fences is because, see these ones here, they're completely smooth. Like they've got nothing poking out at the sides, yeah. Whereas, with the exception of the kind of the, I guess what I call the blank of the junk fences, the default ones, the rest have kind of tires attached to them and things like that, so you have to use the rug to get them in because the tires and the bits kind of get in the way. These ones you can't, so I'm rug glitching them now, but I don't actually need to, so later down I kind of realised quite quickly that, oh, I don't need to do that. Oh, just for the record, I did chop out the centre of this video because it is just literally just me doing this, in essence, but I wanted to kind of show you the technique. The reason why I like this and what we're going to do here, so we've got these junk walls, but to kind of break up those a lot, there are in the half wall section, half walls? No, it's not, it's in the normal wall section of the Unlock Some Objects mod. You've got these half walls, which are basically, they look like these. They're kind of thicker, chest-high-ish walls, were kind of not as big. You'll see them, and I'll show you what I use. And they're really, really good. And what I end up doing is realizing I can actually just kind of intersperse the entire build with those. And it just basically, it means that I got this whole thing. Once I stopped fucking around with this bollocks here, it actually only took me 30 minutes, I think, to do like the entire courtyard as a wall. And it looks really, really good, really, really crisp and tidy. A quick note as well, that I probably advise for when you actually do this bollocks yourself on any settlement is always do the walls first, because you probably notice here I'm having a bit of a trouble with, well, manoeuvring myself because I've got all of this very, very well built but ultimately tedious bullshit in the way that just kind of upsets my day. Also, with Egret Tours here, you've got where I've, because I wanted it coming off the road. The problem with the road is just at the edge of the build area, so it kind of makes it a little bit awkward in terms of connecting a wall here. If it was just like, I don't know, a few feet to the left or the right, whichever way you're looking at it, the right now, it would be a lot easier, but unfortunately isn't, so I have to have this little kind of little crafty moment here. So, anyway. So we're in the walls bit here, so there we go. I actually had to cut up loads of bollocks, because I initially was going to put cars. This is basically where I came to my genius idea, hence when we got that shipping container there, which I completely forgot to take off. As you can see, these walls are a little bit thicker than your bog standard kind of wooden walls, and they really work. And then you can still use these half walls to kind of block up any awkward little holes that you get. It's just, it's got a nice vibe to it. It really suits. I think I'm definitely going to use this technique and refine upon it a little bit, potentially for one of the farming settlements, I think. But I'm not too sure which ones. I have a little bit of an issue in specific. This is very Egret tour specific. One, I had a ladder poking in the ground there. It's now gone, which was making it hard for me to actually put things in. But I think just because of how close this wall is to the build area, you'll see a few instances where I have to kind of like angle the wall pieces at a kind of an odd angle just to kind of fit them in. It makes the wall look quite ramshackle. I like it, but normally you could use this technique to actually pretty much just make one very crisp wooden wall. And see, what I do is I deliberately use these kind of reinforced bits kind of interspersed throughout it rather than just continuous, because I think it breaks up, obviously, the monotony of using the same texture over and over again, which, I dislike, but also it kind of makes it look like the wall is reinforced in the parts where it needs to reinforce, rather than necessarily just like every part has those kind of reinforced bits. It's just, plus I'm lazy. Here you go, you see what I mean? Like, I don't know why it's doing this, just fuck you, basically, you prick. I think I might have sunk some stuff into the ground, maybe? But I don't think so, see, because if you noticed, when I finally figure this one out. Oh yeah, you see what I mean as well, with this fucking having structures while I'm trying to make my wall. And I keep select all and kind of picking up everything up. It's really annoying. You see right here, like, it's really, really confusing. But when I kind of angle it a bit more, it seems to be hunky-dory. So I don't really know why it's doing that. Had a long week, I guess. I cut out that middle part because it was just me doing the same shit. But obviously now I've gotten to the slightly lumpier bit. Oh, also, I do have the scrapping mod enabled. So, for example, there are bushes and stuff around that when I do the tour you won't see. What I do is whenever you're doing something like this and you've got loads of kind of foliage or rubble you want to get rid of, delete it first using, that's the scrapping, scrap those skeletons mod. It's like got 4,000 endorsements on Bethesda. It's one of the top mods, you'll find it. And then I scrap everything, and then I save, exit the game, and then disable the mod, and then all the items come back. The reason being is the mod interrupts with the pillar glitch that we're doing there. And also, it's just a bit of a knob, really, but mainly because it's interspersed. But the good thing is once you've re-enabled the mod again, all of the stuff that you deleted disappears again, so you can basically turn it off and on and off and off and there, and all that bullshit, and not really have any issues. It is a pain in the ass, though. I deleted those rocks, see? Because I didn't like them. They're stupid. They smell of rock. Whatever the fuck that smells like. This works. I like this. I was expecting this to take so much longer because I was going to do like some really ostentatious junk wall, but to be honest, like with cars and shit, but because of the limited space I had between the structures and the build area, it wasn't going to work. Here's me attempting to sink this. I think I can actually sink this even further down than I do by using another pillar and then sinking the pillar in and like making kind of like a little sinking chain of items, but I'm lazy and I actually weirdly liked the way it was raised up. The reason for this is just obviously so I can not have anything floating. I want to make more use of these walls. I likes these walls a lot. They've got those platforms, for example, you could merge them in, make a kind of like junky situation. I'm thinking Hangman's Alley actually, and using them as kind of supports for buildings that are going to be attached to walls. Think about it, right? You've got that. Let's spoil actually one of my next builds. Yeah. You've got one of those big walls, yeah, those massive ones with their supports halfway at the top. You sink that in, or sink that very close to a wall, and then you can kind of make it look like there are kind of like wall-mounted shacks hanging off it. I'll do it. That's my idea. I've got to ruin my idea now. No, it's fine. It's my idea. I'm going to use it in my next video. Or maybe not my next video, a soon video. This is me. This is just the edge. Again, the reason why I didn't want to do the entire settlement wall is because I don't know what these I haven't like touched any building wise this kind of middle area. Also, I have no idea why it's not letting me rug glitch. We just end up just slapping a wall in there. I think I've got a few ideas. Thing is though, my old Egret tours is actually one of my favourite settlements ever. it was when I started to get, like, quite good. This is still pre-mods, but so I'm conscious it might not look as good as that Egret tours. But I will try. I do like my little cage area. I just need to add more shit, I think. Anyway, that's it. It's quite a simple little technique. I do like that entrance. It's just kind of like for those of you who want maybe a little bit more of a, should we say, quicker to set up junk wall. You know, you like the wooden wall aesthetic. You don't maybe, and so because it looks kind of crappy and good. But you want something that you can quite easily set up. Like, you know, I can just bosh, get this set up probably quicker than any other wall design I've done before. But it still looks really cool. There's no real repetition. It looks sturdy as well because of the fact that we've got these kind of half-wall thick bits. So it's quite an agreeable look. But you can see there's little kind of dips in the walls where I just had to do it because of the stupid fucking glitching not working. But it's alright, it's fine. Also, that's a dog that was belonging to those Minutemen that are walking around that just for some reason was afraid of steps. So there we go. Look at him. He's just growling at the steps. It's alright, Papa. It's alright, doggo. I'm sure someone will make a lovely meme about you and I'll share it on Facebook. It looks good on the inside. See what I mean about having those reinforced bits kind of spread out a little bit? You still feel like the wall is reinforced. However, you basically save yourself shit ton of time. And it looks cool. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I was going to have 2 videos up today, but I'll have the Conan video tomorrow, and then I'll have another video up on Monday. You guys enjoy your weekend. I'm going out, getting drunk and all that shit. And yeah, I'll talk to you all soon. You take care.